The Week 14 Sunday Night Football matchup is between the 11-1 Pittsburgh Steelers coming off a tough defeat versus Washington and the 9-3 Buffalo Bills, leaders in the AFC East, just defeated the 49ers. You got Ben Roethlisberger, Juju Smith-Schuster, Chase Claypool versus Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley. Should be a great game. We'll look at the Bills' offense versus the 49ers last week. Here it is, 1st and 10 at the -37. We're in the first quarter early on. And 49ers are going to play 3 deep coverage to the 2x2 set that the Bills line up in. The way you attack 3 deep coverage is to send your receivers verticals. And this is what they do. They got a vertical on the outside. They're going to bring this tight end across on a kind of an over route. And they got the slot at the top of the screen, Cole Beasley, running a vertical. This defender right here, he must make a decision to carry the vertical. If he doesn't, there's a wide open hole. He doesn't carry the vertical, and Beasley pops wide open. Josh Allen sees him and puts it on him. Snap of the ball. Again, it's 3 deep coverage. You got this defender dropping in. He should carry Beasley through the seam. He doesn't. He drops the coverage. Again, this safety can't get there. Corners controlled by the go route on the outside. There's a nice hole. Josh Allen sees it, puts it on him. Nice throw, nice catch, nice gain. Still in the first quarter, Bills are down 7-0. It's 1st and 10 on their own 35. And they're going to run the exact same play that I just showed you. This time, the 49ers are going to be in quarters coverage, 4 across the board in the deep end, and you got 3 underneath. They're going to run the verticals to the top of the screen. Josh Allen gets pressured. He escapes the pocket, and this is what he does so well. He escapes the pocket, keeps his eyes down the field. Cole Beasley in the slot, who caught the seam the last time, he sees the scramble. He runs all the way across the field, and Josh Allen puts the ball on him for a nice completion. There he is. He gets pressured. He escapes the pocket. Again, there's Beasley coming from across the field. Josh Allen sees him. He puts the ball out there. Nice catch. Nice completion. Big play for the Bills. Start of the second quarter, still 7-0 49ers. 2nd and 12 at the +32 for the Bills. They're going to line up in 12 personnel. You got 2 tight ends. You got a slot to the left. They're going to motion the tight end across. They're going to motion him across, and all they're going to do is they're going to run play action with the purpose of trying to draw up these linebackers to play the run, and they're going to run what the Bills are going to run what we call a dagger concept. This inside receiver is going to push up and run through the coverage. You got quarters coverage to this side. He's going to try to take the corner and the safety with him, and you're going to have the outside receiver running a deep in. The play action should control the linebackers. The vertical should control the safety in the corner, and there should be a nice hole to throw into. Here's the motion across. Snap of the ball. There's the play action. Holding the linebackers again. This is the receiver trying to take the top of the coverage out of there. The receiver is going to break right in here to this nice hole. Josh Allen fits it over the linebacker underneath the secondary for the nice completion. Late in the second quarter, Bills are ahead 14-7. They're driving on the 2-minute drive. 1st and 10 +37. 49ers are going to line up and they're going to run man coverage across the board. The Bills are going to motion to a 3-by-1 set. They got 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. You got man across the board, and all they're going to do is they're going to take these 2 inside receivers, the 2 and 3 receiver. They're going to push up. The number 3 is going to run a crosser. The number 2 is going to push up like he's running a crosser and run a corner. And they're going to take this outside receiver at the top of the screen. He's going to come underneath. He's going to try to create some picks. This defender's way off. Try to create some picks to work through. And he's going to spring open for a nice completion and a nice gain. There's the snap. Again, there's the receiver crossing the formation. That's the man who's covering him. He's about 7 yards away. He's going to come right off their hip, pop wide open. Josh Allen puts it on him, turns upfield, gets the ball down inside the 20-yard line. Midway through the third quarter now, Bills are ahead 17-10. It's 2nd and 9 at the +23. And what they're going to do is the 49ers are going to run man coverage on the outside receivers. They got basically a 3-by-1 set. They're going to motion this receiver across in a fly sweep motion. What the 49ers do is they're going to bump the motion. They're not going to run a guy with them. They're going to bump over the coverage responsibility. So this outside defender right here, he's going to have to cover the fly sweep motion guy. And all they do with this X receiver is they push up. They're going to create a pick with him on the man responsible for the fly sweep runner. And then that guy just going to run right down the sidelines, take advantage of the pick, pop himself wide open for a nice big play. There's the motion. And there's the pick that's created by the inside release of the X receiver. And there's the fly sweep guy. He's going to run right down there and pop wide open. Allen sees that, puts it on him, gets it in the end zone for a touchdown. We're in the fourth quarter now. It's 2nd and 10 at the 28. The Bills are ahead by 10 points. This play shows the progress that Josh Allen has made playing a true quarterback position. Again, what the 49ers are going to run, they're going to run sort of a cover 3 type look. They got this defender. He's going to play a little bit deep. What the Bills run is they run the inside receiver, Cole Beasley, up on a little bit of an option route. They take this outside receiver, and he's going to run a go route. And Josh Allen is keying Richard Sherman right here. If he runs with the outside vertical, he's going to work Beasley on the option route. He stares down Beasley. He gets Richard Sherman to bite on Beasley, which sets this outside receiver free. And then Josh Allen sees that. He puts the ball out there for a touchdown. There's the snap. Again, there's Richard Sherman. He's eyeing the quarterback. Josh Allen pumps to Beasley. He squats on it. Outside receiver runs right by him for an easy throw and catch for a touchdown. Looking at the Steelers' defense versus Washington last week, here we are in the first quarter. It's 1st and 10 at the -39 for Washington's offense. And again, if the Steelers are going to have success versus the Bills, they're going to have to be able to put pressure on Josh Allen. They're going to have to be able to put him on the ground like they're doing right here to Alex Smith. We'll look at the blitz that they use to create the pressure. Okay, here it is. They're in a 4-2 front. They're going to bring a nickel guy off the edge. They're going to slant the line to the left. Washington's offensive line, they're going to step all the way down with the slanting defensive line. The back's going to come across to pick up the nickel, and all the Steelers do is they bring this linebacker off the hip of the outside defensive end, and he's going to come scot-free to get a hit on the quarterback. And there he is coming right there. They got no one accounting for him. Washington's offensive line doesn't bump it over. Linebacker comes in, gets a hit, and the sack on the quarterback. That's what they got to do this Sunday. Start of the third quarter. Steelers are leading 14-3. Washington has the ball. 3rd and 14 at their own 14. Steelers play soft coverage here. Washington motions from a 2-by-2 set to a 3-by-1. Steelers will run a defender over, but then he's going to run out and play the middle of the field. You got soft coverage on the back end, and all Washington does is run a wide receiver tunnel screen to this outside man. He catches the ball. He's got linemen coming out. He's got receivers blocking for him. He gets the ball up inside, makes the guy miss, and takes it up in there for a big gain in the first down. There's the motion across. Snap of the ball again. Soft coverage here. They only got 2 defenders out here. You're going to have receivers. You have offensive line going to be leading the way. The ball's put on the receiver. He makes the catch. Gets in behind the blockers. Gets upfield for a nice gain on 3rd and long. Steelers can't let that happen versus Buffalo on Sunday. Fourth quarter, Steelers are up by 7. It's 1st and 10 for Washington at the +15. Again, if you're going to play man coverage like the Steelers do down in the red zone, this is what's going to happen. Looking at it, you got man across the board, And all Washington's going to do is they're going to line up in a bunch formation right here. They're going to send the 2 outside receivers up vertical. They're going to take this inside receiver. He's going to push up. He's going to break out. And then he's going to run down the sidelines. The man responsible for him will get caught up in the traffic and he'll spring wide open. There's the snap again. You got receivers releasing. Here's the inside guy. He's breaking out. The man defending him is getting caught up in the traffic. He's going to turn up the field. Wide open. Ball's put on him. Touchdown. Again, picks, rubs, crossing routes, defeat man coverage, especially in the red zone. Late in the fourth quarter, it's 3rd and 4, a -44 tie score. Washington has the ball. What Pittsburgh does, they play man coverage across the board versus empty, with an empty offensive set, and all Washington does is they take this number 2 receiver right here. They're going to run him on an inside fade. They got the outside receiver running him on a short hitch. The number 3 receiver is hooking up over the ball. And again, there's a lot of space out here for this receiver to run to, a lot of space for Alex Smith to throw the ball into, which he does effectively to make a big play to help take the lead. Again, taking advantage of the one-on-one coverage, taking advantage of the space for a nice completion, get the ball down in there, and set up the game-winning score. We'll look at the Steelers' offense versus Washington last week. It's a 0-0 game in the first quarter right here. 2nd and 10 at the -23. And what we got going here is Washington's going to run a 3-deep coverage. Pittsburgh's going to run verticals to this side, to the bottom of the screen. They're going to take this outside receiver. They're going to run him on a crossing route. What happens is this defender right here is responsible for flat. He carries with the number 2 receiver, and this receiver pops wide open. But Ben Roethlisberger, being the veteran quarterback that he is, does not throw to the receiver who's popped wide open. He ends up throwing to this outside receiver. There's a nice hole right there. He sees it, and he puts the ball on him. There's a snap of the ball. Again, there's the defender carrying the number 2. This is the receiver popping wide open, but Roethlisberger decides not to throw to him, and he decides to throw to the outside receiver in the nice hole created. Nice throw, nice catch, nice completion. Start of the second quarter here. It's 3rd and 12 at the 50-yard line for the Steelers. And what Washington's going to do is they're going to run a zone dog. They're going to bring 2 off the offense's weak side, their left. They're going to blitz the back, and they're going to play 3 deep behind it. The quarterback's responsibility most of the time is to find where the one-on-one coverage is. Again, in 3 zone dog, voiding the zone underneath. The one-on-one coverage is on the outside. Roethlisberger identifies it. One-on-one coverage here. Receiver just pushes up to 15, 17 yards, gets the defender turn, comes out of the break. Roethlisberger puts it on time. There it is. One-on-one coverage right here. You got the blitz coming off the left side. Roethlisberger poised in the pocket, identifies the one-on-one coverage. Great route by the receiver to run the comeback. Nice throw, nice catch. Very good completion. Midway through the second quarter, Steelers are ahead 7-0. It's 2nd and 14. Ball on the 35-yard line. And again, this is something that Ben Roethlisberger does as well as anybody. He's not the most mobile quarterback in the world, but he'll step up. He'll get the pressure. He'll avoid pressure, extend the play in the pocket because he's so strong, and he'll find a receiver down the field. And this is what happens right here. You got motion across to a bunch alignment. Okay, they're blitzing. Again, receivers are getting down the field. He feels the pressure on the outside. He steps up to the void in the pocket, keeps his eyes down the field. There's the receiver. He ends up one-on-one with the safety. Roethlisberger sees it, puts the ball out there. Nice throw, nice catch. Get the ball down to the 5-yard line. Second quarter, Steelers are ahead 7-0. It's 1st and 10 on the 50. Washington tries to play man across the board. It's a 2-by-2 set. Again, all they're doing is playing man across the board. Ben Roethlisberger picks out the matchup that he likes. He decides to throw it to Washington down at the bottom of the screen on a little hitch route. The defender takes a bad angle, catches the ball, steps inside, takes the ball all the way down the sidelines for a big gain. Again, there he is. There's the hitch route. The defender's going to take an outside angle. The receiver's going to step inside, break the tackle, and get the ball down the sidelines. He slips the tackle, outraces the safety down the sidelines for a touchdown. Nice play, taking advantage of one-on-one coverage. We'll look at the Bills' defense in their game versus San Francisco last week. Here it is, midway through the first quarter, 1st and 10, ball in the 30. Again, if the Steelers want to be successful against Buffalo, they're going to have to line up and run the ball like the 49ers are doing right here for a nice 15, 16-yard gain. We'll look at the back end, see what they did. This is just a basic zone play to their left. They're actually bringing back two swap defenders to kick out the defensive end and also to create a lead blocker. It's a design wind back, get the linebackers running to the play side, and the back is just going to wind it back. He's going to get a kick out block and a lead blocker. We'll see it right here. There's the motion, and again, there's the wind back hole right there. You got a lead blocker right here. The back sees it. He get the Bills running one way. He cuts back behind it. Finishes the run for a nice 16-yard gain. Same drive, 1st and 10 at the plus 42 for the 49ers. On this play, the Bills are going to run a zone dog, meaning they're going to blitz one defender, and then they're going to play 3 deep behind it with 3 defenders underneath, so they're going to avoid a zone underneath. And all the 49ers do is they'll motion this receiver into the backfield like on a fly sweep, and then he's going to fake the fly sweep and release to their left, and they're going to get 4 out to one side, attacking 3 deep coverage with 3 verticals and a swing route to one side. It stresses the defense. It creates throwing lanes, and Mullins does a nice job of finding the interior receiver to make a completion against this coverage. There's the motion. Okay, there's the blitz by the man off the side. You got 3 deep. Now you got 4 releasing to the left side. The inside receiver crosses face, finds a hole. Mullins makes a nice throw. Nice catch for the completion. We're in the 4th quarter now. Bills are ahead by 17 points. It's 1st and 10 at the minus 25 for the 49ers. 9:50 left in the game. They line up in a slot formation to the left side. They got 2 tight ends to the right. The Bills are just going to play traditional cover 3. And the 49ers are going to attack it with what we call a double-in type route. You got the interior receiver pushing up. He's going to cross face. He's going to try to control the coverage right here. And you got this outside receiver. He's going to push outside, get his depth, and run right on an in break. There should be a nice hole to throw the ball into. You go off a play action to draw the linebackers up, and you're going to create a nice hole underneath the corner and the safety and above the linebackers. And that's where the hole is, and that's where he fits it in right there. Again, there's the hole. Linebacker affected by the play action. You got the corner playing deep. The ball's put right in there. Nice completion. Turn up field for a nice gain. 4th quarter, same drive, 1st and 10 now at the plus 18. Bills are still ahead by 17. And again, down in here, they're going to play man coverage on the outside. These interior defenders, they're going to swap off the 2 tight ends and the back. They're going to have to trade everything off. And what happens is when you run a bootleg like this and you bring a tight end back across the formation, the communication to swap off coverage responsibilities gets lost at times, and it springs a guy free. All the 49ers are running is a basic bootleg with a corner route, a crosser, and again, this tight end coming underneath, he gets lost and pops wide open. There's the play action. He's booting out again. Here's the tight end. No one's responsible for him. They don't trade it off properly. Mullins gets his head around, puts it on him. He turns upfield, gets the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line. Nice play execution. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, hit the like button and feel free to share it. You can also find interesting and informative content on sports, politics, and society at objectivityistheobjective.com. You can also check out my new book, No Wind, at amazon.com.